The Battle of Antietam began at the break of day on September 17, 1862 north of Sharpsburg, Maryland, with General George McClellan's Union forces beginning the attack from their overnight encampment position near the Puffenberger Farm along the Hagerstown Pike. General Robert E. Lee's Confederate forces were deployed during the day on September 16 along the high ground ridges surrounding the small town and among the farmland surrounding the town. The Confederate deployment formed a battlefront from north of Sharpsburg on the Hagerstown Pike, through the town of Sharpsburg overlooking Antietam Creek as well as Boonesboro Pike, then sweeping south of the town along the Antietam. This battle would continue for the entire day on September 17, with fighting progressing through midday to involve the farm fields near Burnsides Bridge. When Confederate forces were moved north to bolster the Confederate defense of the West Woods, only 5 small brigades were left to cover General Lee's right flank extending from the town cemetery area and along a ridge overlooking rolling terrain down to Antietam Creek. Their position was good, facing open, rolling ground, that was difficult to attack across. Major General Ambrose Burnside's 9th Corps Union force was designated to attack against the Confederate force near Sharpsburg when the main attack further north began. Union General McClellan's orders for Burnside to move forward were not received until late in morning fighting, and with his own observations of how the battle was progressing, Burnside first attempted to flank the Confederates' forces with a movement to the south along Antietam Creek and crossing the Burnside Bridge, known as the Lower Bridge on the Antietam Creek. The Union Army could not locate a suitable creek crossing for a flanking attack on Confederate positions until well after noon. By then, 2 uncoordinated Union Army attempts to capture the bridge had failed with heavy fighting and high casualties. Confederate forces from Georgia held the high ground bluff and ridge overlooking the bridge with great advantage in fighting and preventing the Union Army from crossing that bridge over the Antietam. Around 1 p.m., the 51st Pennsylvania and 51st New York finally charged across the bridge. For 4 hours, about 500 Confederates under Brigadier General Robert Toombs held off General Burnside's entire Union Army Corps, suffering about 120 casualties. Toombs and his men had to retreat. However, the strong delaying action provided much-needed time to allow General A. P. Hill's Confederate soldiers, marching from Harper's Ferry, captured the previous day, to arrive on the Antietam Battlefield on Harper's Ferry Road. Known at the time of the battle as the Roebuck or Lower Bridge, this picturesque crossing over Antietam Creek was built in 1836 to connect Sharpsburg with Rohrsville, the next town to the south. It was actively used for traffic until 1966 when a bypass enabled the bridge to be restored to its 1862 appearance.